Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and in this video we're going to talk about some predictions for 2025. It promises to be a big year for Total War as per Creative Assembly's last statement. And let's be honest, we're all kind of expecting a few things. A Slaanesh DLC with possibly High Elves and something else. The Dogs of War DLC, because we've been having constant leaks, and since Omens of Destruction, a lot of hints that they're coming up. So that, and yeah, now we're expecting Total War 40k. I think a lot of people are expecting that to be announced next year. It's a good time to be a Warhammer fan, that's for sure. But yeah, let's talk about it in a timeline, go through the months, and see what could be expected. Before anything, a big thank you to our sponsor, Instant Gaming, a platform where you'll be able to buy games at discounted rates even from the moment they launch. So I've recently picked up Path of Exile 2, as I wanted to jump into it. A lot of people were talking about it. It's quite complicated for my caveman brain, but it's kind of fun. There's a lot of games over here. You can also pick up a lot of discounts for Total War DLCs, including the brand new one, Omens of Destruction. Not only that, but we do have a monthly giveaway going on. Win the game of your choice. You just have to click in the link on the description below, sign up to the giveaway, and there you go. You don't even have to make a purchase, which is pretty damn cool. This is a company that I team up with quite regularly right now. I've quite liked their service, so it's nice to be able to get sponsored by a company that I work with. Also, keep in mind that my links are also affiliate links, so any purchases that you do make support the channel at no extra cost to you. Once again, thank you to Instant Gaming for the sponsor, and now let's jump into the video. So let's start with Update 6.1. I'm expecting that around March, mostly because right now Creative Assembly are likely going to be focusing very heavily on hotfixes. We've been on our second beta now, so that's going to be released early January. I imagine that they're going to want some time to chill after kind of regain their legs as soon as they get back into work. And hotfixes are going to be a priority whilst also working in Update 6.1. Patch cadence has always been around 6 weeks so far, but I imagine it'd be a bit later down the line here just to kind of get everything up and running. It could happen in February, but I think when CA is fully back to work is around the 6th of January, more or less. And that will require some time to basically look through all the game code, see all the bug reports, and go, okay, what do we need to focus on first? I don't think 6.2 is going to show up, which is why I think March might be a big one. They've also said that there's going to be reworks coming in for Shadows of Change, so I think that we might end up seeing maybe a Kislev rework in 6.1, so they'll need some extra time. Again, I could be wrong, and maybe they'll decide to do Tzeentch and Cafe, which will be smaller and less work, so they could bring it out in February, but I think Kislev is the one in most dire need of help. So getting that out of the way early might be the best thing. I also don't really expect any Kislev DLC in the future. Really, it's more the case of they're done. I really don't think there's anything else they could actually do. Likely because Games Workshop hasn't done anything with Kislev just yet for Old World, or very minimal, so there's nothing from other material that they can pull that's not publicly available, and yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. They're not important to the Old World storyline right now, so no work is being done for them. Around May-June, I'm expecting the Slaanesh DLC. Maybe in between it very much depends. Now you might be saying, well, that's too quick, DLCs have been coming out every 8 months, this would only be around 5, but there's a few reasons why I think it's going to start coming out a little bit faster. One, Slaanesh DLC was originally penned for where Omens of Destruction released, so there's already some work done for Slaanesh. That's an assumption, they haven't told us anything, but I can assume they've done some sort of work, right? At least getting concepts out, some approval from Games Workshop. Stuff like that has to be done in advance, unless Creative Assembly just creates a DLC 2 weeks before the announcement, which, given the balancing for Khorne recently, could be the case. The second thing is CA Sophia is now involved, meaning that there's more hands, so in theory, unless something weird is happening behind the scenes, work is going to get done a little bit quicker so they can get DLCs out a little bit faster. It does make sense to do that too, considering that they're still obviously paying the massive haul that Hyenas, Pharaoh, and the rest made. They do need to recuperate funds, because if not, Sega will slap them again, and I don't think they want a third slapping. I see this as being completely possible. It could end up being June, July, but I think May, June is likely where it's going to drop. Next, around August, maybe July, mid-July, I could see 7.1 coming out. A little bit later than expected, but there's going to be a bit of a bigger window, as we do know that Creative Assembly are going to be dropping, like, celebration stuff for like every game apparently. Likely not content for say like Three Kingdoms or Rome, but like they'd do celebration posts and they'd want to market that, put it on sale. So there'll be less for us, possibly, but still technically more if you see how the timeline is kind of shaping up. And if it's going to be a big one, 7.1 would be the perfect time to get the Tzeentch rework coming in. We know that a lot of stuff is going to get reworked. And yeah, VIKRAM would be the best choice here. They did say originally that characters would not be part of these FLC drops. However, we do know from the article that they did say, you know, there's going to be free and DLC content for Warhammer 3. It'd be a great time to celebrate it. It would finally finish off the justification for Shadows of Change, because, you know, reworks are great. An FLC character that would be associated with that DLC would also be great. Tzeentch is missing a legendary lord. It would be nice if they changed up the Changeling a little bit too. At least give you an option of where to start. That would make the Changelings campaign a lot more fun. I mean, it's right now it's a one and done, you know, it's just kind of boring. But since Tzeentch wouldn't require a big change, it would just be kind of on the same line as the Khorne changes. They'd definitely have some time and budget to get a character out, finally finish it off, bring it up to 3 legendary lords, sorted, right? Alright, then mid-September we'd see update 7.2. Yes, I think that we'd start seeing a 7.2 here. A smaller update, possibly just finishing off the cafe stuff, which I think cafe requires less than Tzeentch in terms of like a rework, because funny enough, within the few years that we've had Warhammer 3, cafe has actually had a few updates and changes, mostly to Harmony, some to tech every now and then. So I feel it's just like, okay, let's do something fun. Maybe something unique for Zhao Ming would be lovely. But in most cases, it would be a smaller update just to get something out alongside, maybe a week later, new game announcement. They've done this before, where new game has been announced kind of close to a patch, but never close to a DLC. This is where I think we'll see the announcement of Total War 40k, unless they bring out a random historical. But keep in mind, I've been only hearing rumors of 40k. I think a few other creators have been the same. Time will obviously tell. I wouldn't mind if they decided, hey, we're going to announce 2 games at once. That would be freaking awesome. But remember, when it comes to a game announcement, it's usually, there you go, have a little bit of information. Sometimes it's like 2 or 3 units and like maybe a character. And then it goes radio silent for a few months. And I'm expecting that. It's always been the same. And that's perfectly fine, because it would be the usual, get some info every now and then, some interviews will pop up, hopefully on this channel too. And then, I mean, who knows, right? Maybe they go a bit faster. Maybe the game's a little bit closer to completion than most people think, myself included, and they'll be a little bit better with the info. I still very much doubt that, though. There's a feeling there that it's just going to be the same way. As long as it releases in a good state, that's all I care about. If they have to like delay it, maybe the idea is announce it really early, but like start providing more feedback and more updates and so on. Very similar to what's been happening to the build-up for Omens of Destruction, where they'll start doing monthly dev blogs. That would actually be kind of cool. And here we are with the last bit. Yep, I'm expecting at the end of the year, we'll get Dogs of War. So likely November announced, December release. Kind of like what's happened now. I do imagine that they'll want to push for 2 DLCs a year, and it's only a matter of time. Come on, there's been so many hints about the Dogs of War. Omens of Destruction had quite a fair bit. The new items in the patch prior to that also had a few hints. There was leaks, you know, data mine files. I wouldn't even call them leaks, actually, considering that they were found in the game files. Creative Assembly staff left it in there during the Shadows of Change drama, so they were kind of trying to distract people. That's the way I see it. It's the last army book too, so yeah, I could see that happening. I think 2 DLCs a year at the moment is probably what we're going to be seeing. I don't know how much time is left for Total War Warhammer 3, mostly because they have, let's be very honest here, wasted time with the Realm of Chaos originally, and then just slowing down the drama, shit show, and everything. We'll talk about how much time is left for Warhammer 3 down the line, but I imagine that they'll want to get a race pack out, because Dogs of War is the last race pack, like I said. There's a lot of potential cash coming in from that, because race packs are more exciting than Lord packs, that's 100% for sure. I wonder what's going to happen with it. Will it be reimagined? Will it be more like a Southern Realm situation, or more like a mercenary mechanic like Gorg? Maybe a bit of both, a bit of a mix would be kind of nice. But if it does happen next year, that's going to be so far down the line. I don't think we should spend too much time speculating on it. Obviously, right now, I am thinking about the next Slaanesh DLC. We've done a video on that. There is a High Elf video in the works, which I've been working on quite heavily. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. let's start a bit of a discussion. I do apologize if the mic's still not fixed up. It's still something that I'm trying to sort out. All my programs are here, though. I was able to test out Warhammer 3 on Ultra Graphics, and it's amazing. I'm so happy. I'm really, really happy. After using nothing but medium on like the past 2-3 years, it's just nice to up the graphical quality a little bit. Have a great one, guys. I'll see you all again very, very soon.